All right, folks, pretty much first time doing this. I got bad lighting. I'm sitting in the truck. I'm gonna start off by saying I was in the Army. I deployed to Afghanistan. I didn't do anything special. I was just a soldier. But what I'm wanting to talk about right now is I'm hearing a lot of people say things like, or ask these questions. Do you really think the troops would turn on their own population, on the civilians, in case of like a civil unrest situation or martial law or something like that, a gun buyback, confiscating weapons, you know, God forbid they try to have an uprising or overthrow the government? I'm gonna go ahead and say peace. I know a lot of people are calling for, oh, civil war, we need a civil war. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't speak for everybody, but personally, I feel like once you've seen war and what it's all about, you're not really going to be wanting a war. You want to keep that as far away from your children as you possibly can. Do I think they would turn and turn their weapons or start confiscating weapons? There's a fine line between lawful and unlawful orders, and they try to teach you that in basic training. They break you down. They make you hungry, they feed you, they make you tired, they teach you, they give you a place to sleep, you know, you give medical benefits. It's pretty well as close to socialism as you can possibly be, which I'm completely against socialism, but it's a job. I did it when I was younger. I was 18 when I joined, turned 19 in basic training. I was young. I didn't really have anywhere to go, nothing really to do. I wanted to join the Army and fight for my country and do something great. You know, I was 11 when the Twin Towers were attacked and fell, and we had the big attack on the United States by terrorists. But as a young man, as a child, going into the military, they teach you structure, and they get you feeling like you need them. I don't think that it'll be any kind of bad intentions. There will be any bad intentions on the troops. I don't think it'll be malice. It's just going to be them doing their job. At some point, they're going to realize, hey, what I'm doing might not be right. Some of them will. There's going to be a percentage of them that you know, start questioning things pretty early, maybe right off the bat. I think the best thing to do would be to talk to your troop. If you got family in the military, call them, talk to them. You know, be concerned about what's going on. Maybe fill them in about what's happening out here, because there's a saying in the military, you're not really in the real world, basically. I mean, you're kind of sheltered from everything that happens. You don't know what's going on really on in the outside world. When I was from like 08 or 09, I think it was the beginning of 09 until sometime in 2015, I didn't really know what was going on in the outside world. And you all know what happened in 2008, 2009, you know, and back in that area. We had a bad recession. I didn't feel it. I was in the military. I was young. I had a job. But back to my point, I really feel like the best thing to do would be to call your troops and talk to them. Kind of let them know what's going on out here. You know, don't whine to them, because nobody wants to hear whining. They've got their own problems to deal with, I promise you. Call them and talk to them. You know, hey, how's everything going? You know, don't ask them any silly questions, because that's a lot of that happens when your family and friends call you up in the military. Oh, what are you doing? Where are you going? There's a lot of OPSEC and operational security. They can't tell you when they're fixing to deploy. They can't tell you exact dates. They can give you a short time frame. They can't really tell you where they're going, when they're coming back. It's called OPSEC, operational security. Don't ask any silly questions. Ask them how everything's going. What's the atmosphere in their units? Talk to them. That being said, if there's any questions, comment them. I'll be happy to make another video, maybe with better lighting, to kind of answer the questions if I can. Not that, oh, if I told you I'd have to kill you. I don't have any of that. There's nothing like that. Some answers I know the question to, some of them I don't. Some of them I have an opinion on. Some of them I know fact. This is my first time making a video. I'll absolutely be happy to make another one, and I'll address any of the comments and questions and stuff like that if you want me to. If y'all would comment, let me know how this went, and give me some critiques.